Welcome to the Featured Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Jack.
And I'm Rick.
And today we're going to be talking about Overlord, The Sacred Kingdom, which is the movie that came out in November, at least November 8th, in theaters only in America. However, it actually came out in September 2024 for the official release date of it, and the producers for it are Kadokawa, Bit Groove Promotion. Studio for it is Madhouse. It's based off of a light novel. Genres are isekai, action, adventure, fantasy, and its credits included 2 hours 15 minutes. Do not forget about the post-credit scene that is in there when you do finally get to watch it, whenever that is. Now, Overlord, The Sacred Kingdom basically follows the events kind of after season 4, which, my bad. We haven't talked about season 4. Rick hasn't seen season 4. He doesn't know anything about season 4. So
I wasn't aware it was out yet.
Yeah. So, we already have our next choice, out there, which is The Place Promised in Our Early Days. Spoiler for next week's choice. After that, we're going to be talking about Overlord season 4, kind of a roundabout way, but it kind of is what it is. Anyways, The Sacred Kingdom takes place, in the Overlord universe, where basically Yaldabaoth, Demiurge, goes there and says, "Hey, I'm going to just massacre everyone. And I just want to hear you scream," basically is what it is. And that's basically kind of what happens. He just massacres and kills everyone. And you have basically a story where the Sacred Kingdom goes to Ainz and begs him, in a manner of speaking, saying, "Hey, we really need your help," who then actually does go and help them, in a matter of speaking, retake their kingdom from the demon lord Yaldabaoth. And that's the basic premise of the story. In all honesty, that is the whole focal point. That is everything. Like, literally, it is them going to Overlord to Ainz saying, "Hey bro, we need your help." And then all the events are him basically helping, air quotes, helping them. Obviously, it's Demiurge is there. I mean, like, season 1 is where he's like Yaldabaoth and he comes in, or season 2, I think is what season 2 is what it is, where they have Yaldabaoth there, and Demiurge is like, "Hey bro, let me bring up your fame. Let me make you more famous." To say the least, I was really excited. I was really happy. I loved the film. I loved the movie. It was magnificent. It was amazing, to say the least. The animation was amazing.
Could you go back to you mentioned in season 2?
Well, it could have been it was either season 2 or season 3. I'm pretty sure it was like one of those two.
No, I believe you. Who did he tell that he was going to make famous?
No, I was saying, in a manner of speaking, when he went to the Sacred Kingdom, Yaldabaoth, Demiurge, was like going there to kill him, but the plan was, "Yo, bro, I'm going to make you famous."
Oh, so that makes a whole lot more sense, because I was like, I don't remember this plot line where Demiurge is just going around making randos super strong. And then them out of the blue kneeling and being like, "My liege." Like, hold on.
Yeah, no. Like, the plan is, as it always is, to make Ainz great and for him to take over the world. And this just really, like, focal points on that. It does well. Yeah. I mean, like, and when you're, and there's certain dialogue that happens in this anime. Runes. This is runes. There's runes and runes and runes. All right. It will make more sense when you watch season 4. All right.
Okay.
All right. It will make more sense when you watch
without seeing season 4. Here's what I understood. No one cares about runes or uses them.
Right.
Even when they're like, "I'm the biggest bad you'll ever see." Is that a super sacred, amazing, ultimate bow with
it's just a slightly great bow,
ruins?
But ruins, no one cares about ruins. It's like, yes.
I loved it. He was like, "That bow can kill me. All you have to do is imbue it." Is that a regular arrow again? Aren't you A paladin, you can imbue these arrows with normal arrows. That bow could decimate legions. More normal arrows.
Yeah, no, it'll make a lot more sense in season 4 because they do talk about runes. They do talk about a little bit more things in there. And in the movie, even when he's going around and he's talking, it's like, I don't really see any players. I would really be worried if there were players and everything else, because he is like in season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, he is out there looking for players. He's looking for other people that are like him, that are stuck in that world. So,
also they're OP as all heck.
They are.
Which is frustrating because in season 1, at the end of season 1, we saw glimpses. We saw after season scenes, if you will.
This isn't season 1. We're not talking about the
first. But they haven't shown up yet, and it's frustrating.
Yes, they did not show up in the movie. This is very frustrating. They didn't that no one shows up in the movies. This is very frustrating. It's such a shame you haven't seen all of Overlord yet.
Oh, this is a kick in the balls. Hurtful, sir. Okay, for the record, we're gonna have some problems if nothing happens in season 4. If you're saying stuff like this, get all my hopes up. Make me look forward to it. Just like the movie. If nothing happens, we're going to have some words. I'm going to have to take a flight. I'm going to have to show up unannounced. Although technically this is me announcing it.
I mean, like, aside from the trip you already taken to come out here.
I'm going to have to go incognito, ninja style.
And hope that
in the morning, waking everybody up.
Yeah, good luck with that. I have multiple animals in this house that will be happy to wake me up at any point in time.
Like that demon cat who made me think you had ghosts.
Yeah, well, I mean, things happen.
That's one way to put it. Just like in this anime, things happen.
Yes, indeed. But anyways, yes, obviously, no players show up in the movie or anything else really. Although this is a great movie, it is great.
It's phenomenal. The plot itself is very simplistic, but the execution, it's masterful in the sense that as a observer, as us watching it. Well, a lot of the characters that we like don't show up. A lot of the mainstays that I looked forward to, such as Albedo, such as a lot of the other floor bosses, just weren't there. But they didn't need to be. You know what I mean? This had a lot more of Ainzal going there, and I really enjoyed it. Mamonga doing his thing as himself, and I really liked the fact that they really didn't hold back from the spells. Like the movie opens up with Demiurge in costume bringing down the house with a level 10 magic.
Yes,
just straight up, I'm the boss, you know it.
Well, and
then he's got this horde. Good.
No, I was gonna say, and that's one of the great things, right? About Demiurge, he really does his best at setting the stage, setting that expectation that one, he's just there to dominate and be the overall big bad. So
my most favorite part. I'm sorry to interrupt, but my most favorite part about this is when he gets a little injured, and I legit thought he transformed. He doesn't. He has a summon take his place that looks just amazing. Demonic. Yeah, well, in the best way.
That's the whole point, right? And so, like, as this is playing out, first and foremost, everything that's happening is there, and he doesn't get injured. I mean, like, the dude literally could have just like stood there and been like, "Whatever, bro." I'm sorry. Was
you mean like the first attack?
Yeah, and right. How he was able to play it, how he was able to play it off so that way it seamlessly had this more his true demon form come out so that way he could really play it up for the fighting, for the battles. It just is that it's just makes it that much better. It makes it that much more magnificent than what it actually is.
Yeah.
Because,
and then they brought in the battle maids, and their reasoning for the battle maids is, oh, this demon has battle mages, and that's how he supplements his own power. That's why he's so much stronger than everybody else. But our Lord and Savior, Lord Ainz, can best him at full magic. But oh darn, we need your help. And now here's the thing that got me: the consistency. The consistency on how detestable these humans are being drawn out to be.
yes.
At least the ones in power, because they're like, let these damn demonoids, was it? Demon beasts? Demi-human, that's it. That's their term. Let these damn demi-humans kill each other and we can wipe out the victors.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're
very, very, very unlikable.
They are, well, that's kind of the point, is that they're supposed to be very unlikable. And that's why that they play the way that they should, right? Because first and foremost, they're all about human supremacy. Anyone that doesn't viewpoint that isn't them or anything like that, they're scourge of the earth, right? They don't care about you. They don't care about anything having to do with you or anything like that. As far as peace is concerned, you are trash beyond all reasonable doubt.
Which is funny to me, because you've got one of the enemies that they had ended up being a goat king, let's call it. And the goat king could take out 20 of their best paladins. And somehow, some way, they still see this thing as less than. They're like, we're still better than you. How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
You have no magic. You have no power. You have no stamina. No fear.
I mean, like they have some of that, but they're just not great. All right. And and to be fair, right, they do have power, they do have strength, and they are pretty strong, especially when it comes to that. And they do have summoning magic and things like that help them push things along and everything else. However, that's just in general their ingrained mentality, right? One of the things that they really kind of talked about too in this was they talked about how as long as one person's still there, it doesn't matter how long, I guess, they've been dead, as long as they have the body still.
That was weird, yeah.
They can be revived.
They got resurrection magic.
Yeah. Wait.
Good.
Which is like, it's not uncommon for resurrection magic to be there. It's not uncommon for the magic and everything else. However, at the exact same time, it's really kind of, they basically hold the patent for it, so to speak, because everyone else, you're SOL is what it kind of works out to be.
Well, do you remember when Momonga was dabbling in resurrection, and he revived, he resurrected one of the lizardmen, and he couldn't talk correctly?
It had to do with the length of time in which he was dead, and they talked about it some more. Yeah. Yes. From season 2. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know I'm bringing it back up, but it's relevant here in my mind.
Yeah. And Momonga is Ainz for those who are not.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Momonga is
able
Ainz
to follow.
Algone, or Lord Ainz.
Right.
Quick. My curiosity there would be, do you think he was able to perfect the resurrection technique? Or is there a separate resurrection technique using like holy magic, which is why they're like, all we need is the body. It doesn't matter. Now, how much of the body do they need? All of it? Part of it?
Probably all of it. And yes, there is holy resurrection magic, because even Ainz talks about it, but he's not able to use it without the help of an item. And the reason why he's not able to use it without the help of an item, because it's holy magic and he is an undead. He's an overlord. He's not able to use holy magic. So,
okay. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. I was like, wow, he's a researcher. He does this, he does that. Okay.
Yes. So, I don't know. There's a ton. There's a bunch in this movie. It is 2 hours of magnificentness. It is amazing for including how they set Ainz up how they are able to kind of like, when we're looking from a third party perspective, you're looking at it as like, yeah, bro, totally. He is 100% set up. Like, even if you didn't knew nothing about Demiurge or Yaldabeth, even if you knew nothing about that, you knew that this was like 100% set up, especially when he's going around floating in the city, like waving like, oh yes, splash, splash, splash. Oh yes, splash, splash, splash. You know, and then they're just saying
thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. And what's great is you had the Remedios straight up call it out, like on the nose. Like, look, he and Yaldabeth are working together. They know each other. They are best friends forever, status type stuff. I know this is what's going on. This is exactly what's happening. You can't convince me otherwise. And everyone's like, no, that's
you can't be possible.
That's not possible. How could you?
Don't be so dumb.
Yeah, he's just there trying to boost morale. It's like, no, he is totally here trying to take over everything. It's like next level stuff. No. It's like, but when you're looking at it, it's like, yeah, bro, that's totally fishy. Like, I mean, like, why are you floating around like, hey?
Well, see, here's how I kind of saw that. He floated up to gain a vantage point, started throwing the weakest spell, Fireball, which decimates, and he was able to clean areas up. But in order to gain that vantage point, he became very visible to everybody, and everybody's like, "You're our savior." He's like, awkwardly waving, "Thank you, yeah, it's just me, over here. Yeah, I'm the one that did it." And then the acting afterwards was so pathetically obvious. Like, he's got one of the battle maids helping one of his, let's call her a test subject, because that's really all he's doing. He's not even treating her like a person. She's treating her like a pet. Here, have this. I care about you and only you. And then he's spouting off these platitudes that he finds probably inaccurate. Like, I'm only strong to protect my children.
Well, no, I mean, like, to be fair, like, that is his true viewpoint, right? That's
how he views everybody now, but that's not why he got strong.
Oh yeah, no, but that's also why he's continually trying to get strong, in a matter of speaking, because he's like, I'm strong because I have to be strong right now. But also at the exact same time, he wanted really Remedios, the leader of the Paladins, he wanted them to owe him a favor. So when his plan falls through for having that happen, he's like, I wasted my time. I shouldn't have come here. This is ridiculous. I should have focused all my efforts on But I mean, like, this is ridiculous. And he's upset. What's crazy is he's upset. This is ridiculous. What the hell? I mean, so.
And the best part was Demiurge looks at that and goes, "Oh, my savior, my king, my inspiration, you have done these things." And he's like monologuing on how his failure turned into this. He saved me years off of my plan. And he's just, I don't understand what he's doing now, but I will eventually.
Right.
And it's just, that's beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
Well, in case anyone's wondering, I mean, like, that entire scene is definitely not in the middle. Definitely not towards the end. No. It's definitely it's within the last 5 minutes of the movie.
But yes, but like, yeah, I might have blown that one. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, like, if anyone knows anything about Overlord, everyone knows that it's going to be there. However,
common.
Right? I mean, like, that just speaks how great the movie is, how wonderful it is, how honestly easy to follow it is. Yes, consistent it is. And I don't know. I mean, in all honesty, if you're watching the movie and you're not surprised that Ainz is put in a far better situation and he somehow miraculously surpasses Demiurge's expectations and everything else, it's kind of, you obviously haven't watched any of the Overlord series. Like, what's even better too is Ainz says Even he's like, even if I screw up, I'm just going to tell Demiurge I was trying to test him. If I screw something up. He's like, he's fully embraced it at that point. He's like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just going to tell him, hey, you need to do better to anticipate something going awry.
Yeah. I was trying to do something. Let's see if you could figure out what I was really trying to do.
Yeah. Despite
he's done in the past.
Yes. He's like, it's like, no, totally. Whatever you think. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Something happens. He totally throws everything to the wind. You need to plan better, bro. You need to account for all these mishaps or anything that may end up happening, may not happen or anything like that. You needed to be better. Really, honestly, you should have accounted for me doing this. And
this is kind of how he got into the point of them thinking he wants to rule the world when he was just like, I want a safe place that we can grow old together.
It is, and just honestly, it is great. Right. And so how it kind of echoes through season 1, 2, and 3, season 4 also echoes this as well, except you even have like an even further viewpoint where you're just like, what? And the movie, I just love the fact that it really leans into that even more when you're watching it. And
okay.
And I'm trying not to give anything away from season 4 because I would you're gonna watch it and it's gonna be magnificent. You're gonna like it. I liked it, but anyways, it just really leans heavy into it. And then the bad acting from like Demiurge's from Ainz and
acting
from Ainz's point and everything like that. Oh, but and the demons and the other followers that Demiurge has is like, oh, well, runes and magic and and the awkward conversations that they have, like to even where they are like bursting in. It's like, well, no time to explain, improvise, like straight up in front of everyone. It's like, no time to explain. Don't worry about it. What? Okay. I'm just going to roll with whatever's being said, but runes and magic. And,
but runes.
It's like, I'm blind. Don't worry about it. Just literally shoot the arrow. It's like, it's not even a full on bow arrow pull. It's just like a little punk. That's it. Just like a kid that just like pops his hand up and goes pink, and that's it. And just like arcs down after 2 feet. And you hear, the person is dead.
Wow, the ruins, they're so amazing.
So
they're
magical.
The reason why, even while blind and disabled and really not being able to do much of anything, you felled a great beast. Yeah. These ruins are amazing. Spread the
word. my honestly, one of my favorite lines too is, I will now eat my great grandmother and I will let you take the head because I know you will want to consume that yourself. It's like, no, we actually don't eat our dead. Thank you though. We'll just,
I will take the head though.
Yeah.
Oh man. It made me think, are those the slugs that were used to torment and torture?
No, because the things that were used to torment and torture were roaches.
Roaches. Oh, jeez.
Worse.
Yeah.
Speaking of roaches, I'll tell you in the post show because it reminded me of something. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I don't know, man. I mean, like, it's not going to be a long episode for this one, in all honesty, but it's just that great. It is a great movie.
You should watch. Yeah.
When it comes out, you should watch it 100%.
The less we tell you about it, the better.
Only
because this is an experience you need for yourself.
Indeed.
Flat out, it's animation style, top tier. Mm-hmm. Loved it. It was consistent. It was honestly one of the better.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some CGI in there, but I swear they've gotten so good. You can hardly tell it's CG.
Yeah, it is honestly. I mean, like, to be fair, it's all CG. I mean, like, they don't do hand drawing really anymore. It's just the type of CG in which things are being done is different. Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. Anyways, it is like, even without watching the previous series, without watching the series or anything like that, you're going to not enjoy the movie because it is even as a standalone, even on its own, even if you don't have knowledge of the previous seasons or anything like that, it's still, I feel like, an enjoyable movie.
I mean, I didn't know about season 4, and it was very enjoyable to me.
Indeed. So, I got nothing else I can really say, sir. How about you?
I got nothing else that wouldn't spoil everything.
Okay. Okay. So on a scale of up to 10, how would you rate this, sir?
This is a solid 9, without question. Without question. It would be a 10 if not for the fact that my only critique of this is that there were ebb and flow for the feel of the movie that made it feel very episodic. Like you could definitely tell at the end of this particular scene, if this was a show, this would be the end, waiting for next week to link up. And they didn't really shy away from that. So it didn't flow as good as I would have liked it to. It felt like there should have been breaks and so, but obviously there wasn't. And it made the movie feel a little longer than it needed to feel. So that was my only critique. But other than that, it was just knocked it out of the ballpark yet again.
Yeah, no,
And you?
I feel that 100%. I'm also going to give it a 9, largely for the same reason, because it did feel very episodic. It looked like there was some information that was kind of missing from it, even though from what I understand, it stayed largely true to the source material. It still felt like there was a lot kind of left out and cut out. A lot of the character building that you really have come to know for a lot of the characters just kind of got pulled out to help compress for the movie as well. So those relationships and the building and everything like that you usually rely on to help kind of move it along just really wasn't there in the movie for me. But I
understand that.
Honestly, my only critique: the animation quality, how it looked. The story in general, though, was solid. It was well done. It definitely was enough to follow. I enjoyed every second of it. Yeah. So
I hope they don't make season 5 just a longer version of this, like Dragon Ball did with Resurrection of F. I hope that they don't just turn it into,
well, no, because it's supposed to follow, like, this follows season 4, and then there's supposed to be a season 5 coming out, and this takes place in between the two, from my understanding.
Okay, good.
To my limited knowledge of it, anyways. But that's all the time that we have for today. Next week, we're going to be talking about The Place Promised in Our Early Days.
One more time?
The Place Promised in Our Early Days.
Okay.
Right? Yes. Okay. Well, hang on, Mark. We're good. We're still here. Hang on.
We got one more to do.
So you're good. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. All our information and everything like that is available on our website at featuredanimepodcast.com. Of course, you can get some nice, delicious Tokyo treats and everything like that using our coupon code featuredanime and our affiliate link in the show notes, of course, and get yourself $5 off that very first box. And as well as everything else on featuredanimepodcast.com. And until next time, I'm Jack.
I'm Rick, and we'll see you next time.